Okay, I think we were fine. It showed that it was totally disconnected, which was definitely a Twitch problem and not a me problem, because my internet wasn't affected at all, and I showed 0 drop frames, but, alright, Twitch was having a problem, I guess. But anyways, we're still here. Everything's fine. Okay, well, we are going to just murder Archeon. Do I actually care about playing out any of the other units? I think we're just gonna do this, as dumb as it is. Oh boy, such a compelling unit that I just let it eat at my deployment number. Truly thrilling beyond compare. Unmatched gameplay if I've ever seen it. Yeah. We make you stronger. That's okay. Had I planned that correctly, I could have also just played you on a different floor and yada yada yada. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay. And we can just keep dazing you now, so... what does it matter? I actually didn't totally mean to do that, but that's okay. Yes, get that delicious, delicious gold. Okay. Now... we may as well do this, I guess. Because we don't have that many turns left in the battle. Oh, look! It's a second Juggernaut. And, weirdly, he gets to copy the stats, even though he's not copying the equipment. That's definitely... I don't know for sure that I would call it a bug. It definitely is a bug. But it is something. Yeah, I suppose it could have reformed, like, the Crucible Steward, or not the Crucible Steward. The other Steward. You. Could have reformed you instead. And then, like, dragged you down here and whiplashed you or whatever, but doesn't matter. Does, in fact, not matter. Okay, so we forged that, so you get a bit of extra stats, even though you're already equipped with something. Oh, look! It's another Juggernaut! Ta-da! Still annoys me that Juggernaut has a claw, and then the claw does absolutely nothing related to his card. Anyways, we don't need any of these. The Pyre Shot's fine. It's not really what I want to do, I don't think. Yeah, we'll skip. Fine, we'll just take Ember. Why not, when we're just copying Juggernauts? Wasn't what I'd intended. But fine. I mean, double stack isn't terrible. And by that I mean it is pretty good. We're definitely doing Weaponsmith here. There's no need for those. Like, the Wakeless Tycoon may be worth it, but just not a major concern at the moment. What we really want is Intrinsic. Yeah, let's just not worry about those. That's fine. Alright. Well, again, it seems correct just to do that, even though it's lame. Because it just is much stronger than anything else I could do, basically. Okay, I will just equip her for now. She doesn't really need the extra help. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to wait on the assembly room, but we're not going to. Because now's my chance to play it, so here we go. And the sooner we play it, the, Oh, I suppose I didn't actually have to do that. It doesn't matter. Oh, I did mean to do this slightly differently. Oh well, that's fine. Enjoy. But yeah, the sooner we play it, the sooner it comes off of cooldown, so we can just do it again. I'll do that, I guess, just so I can keep the drip ball in hand without sapping myself any. Oh no, it's Corrin! Just on an extreme off chance, let's do that. Oh yeah, already full now. Well, that's fine. Yeah, he does get the kill. I didn't want to math, but I was hoping that we'd get the extra gold from it. Yeah, it worked out. Oh hey, they finally made Shadow Siege playable. Yeah. Or hold on, that's not Shadow Siege. Yeah, what a surprise. Armor and Drive is quite good for us, so we're taking that. Don't really need the resin removal. It's not like the worst thing, though. I don't know. I'll take it. It's kind of a waste, though. We don't need the Merchant of Steel. That's fine. The Armory's okay. We're still going here, though. Because there are a variety of things that we would like to see. Yeah, I guess. It barely matters. I was hoping it was going to be an event upgrade. Specifically, I was hoping that it was going to be Wrath for the Juggernaut. Other things would have been fine too, but that one would have been especially nice. So multiple of these are queued options. Yeah, we don't really... So I was going to say the Stygian one we could do to get Unnamed Tome, potentially, to, like, mute bosses. We don't really need that. We have the ability to perma-daze with the holdover Dripfall. Technically still nice in that it, like, prevents Entropy from creating the Curses of Entropy, but who really cares? We're going to take Umbra in case it gives us Trample. It didn't. Who cares? We're not taking Furnace Tap. Umbra for the X costs. Amber card? I assume you meant Umbra card. And I assume you meant Kindle. So the problem with Kindle is Juggernaut's a banner unit, and therefore Kindle doesn't matter unless we don't play it during deployment, in which case, why it's a banner unit. But yes. Technically, we could, like, dupe the Juggernaut and play one in deployment and one not in deployment, but, like, no. Ember Foundry Crucible. It's kind of cute. It's also a fucking mouthful. Not actually helpful right now. Lightstone casing. You could wait or make freeze it or something. It can be done. So, you can't freeze it in deployment, though. Except maybe Crystallized Wing does. Maybe. But there's no other way outside of a convoluted series of events for you to permafrost it in deployment. Especially with this claim combo, I definitely have no way. Yeah, Crystallized Wing does freeze deployment cards. Yeah, so that would basically be the only way for me to do that. Which again, just if you want it to engage with the Ember Generation part of the kit, you need to do something different. Because currently it doesn't engage with the Ember Generation part of the kit, except with using like Magnetic Relay or kind of Endless. But with it generating so much stats and not having a ton of good ways in Clan to kill it, that's not as meaningful as it should be. Like, yes, there's one sacrifice card in Clan, and there's Magnetic Relay, but for the most part, it just doesn't engage with that like it should. Anyways, are we actually taking the Lightstone casing? Kind of want to. I don't think we actually need to. Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it. We'll move on. Okay. Yeah, if only Split Anvil worked on all things. Because I could go up to 7 cards here. Or 7 Ember. Which is unfortunately not enough. I need 8 to do any of the cool things here. I mean, I can still do 6, sort of. It's not perfect. I get myself sapped a little bit, though it barely matters, and yada yada yada. Anyways, here we are. It's fine. And yes, I could have smelted that, but I would actually like to get rid of the card. But yeah, that's partly why we have resin removal. Well, unfortunately, the only way that I'm going to get the collector is if I overwrite the assembly room. Doesn't actually matter. You may have noticed that I've already won this fight, but it does feel bad. Oh boy, look at this really compelling gameplay. I mean, it's cute that I've constructed this, but it's just like, Juggernaut isn't really doing anything for me. Oh, and I should have played that on a different unit. Does not matter. I mean, like, it is doing stuff for me. That's not the wording that I meant. What I meant is, it's not a very interesting thing it's doing for me. In that, I am just using it to play out my deployment Ember, and then I'm duping it a bunch of times. Like, I'm not really constructing a deck that is doing something exciting. Those claw tails are for holding the victim in place of the Juggernaut to choose through them. Yeah, that's something. Steel Guard does not matter to us. Disassemble doesn't matter to us. It's not a bad card, mind you, but it's not helpful to us right now. Does not matter to us. Okay. Pretty sure we're going Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Arms, also cute. But we're doing this. I was really hoping for remove, consume, or intrinsic. That's what I was hoping for. Who cares? That's fine. Go to hold over that. I'm not going to worry about it. I do have what we in the biz call a lot of gold. Double stack the Dripfall. I'm trying to leave a spot open for intrinsic. Yeah, I think we're still just doing this. Like, yeah, we'll have both dudes on this floor, and so take a little bit of a beating, but who cares? Or not. Don't have to. Since I can just do this. I do have to pop this, but that's fine. Don't mind me, as we just pull you down, and then we actually pull you down further, and then we do this, and here we are. And thus, we prevent ourselves from taking damage. I, for some reason, didn't realize I had enough Ember for you, and I could have played you before playing the Thug. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Oh, here's Relentless. Interesting stuff. Alright, well, just on the off chance that this helps me get a kill with you. Here we go. Unsurprisingly, the Juggernauts are going to kill him. Oh, we tried. Don't need these. I mean, Railforge Spike is fine, and Foundry Line is kind of cute. Maybe I want Foundry Line? I think I don't really care. But it is cute. Just take Ember. Draw would be helpful, but we're just going to Ember it. Yeah, let's go here for reasons. My toast is capped. No! Well, that was a mistake. I knew it was possible to be a mistake, and I was hoping it wouldn't be. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, we're just going to end up with one extra, basically. Oh, no, that's fine. I can overwrite it. Not a big deal at all. Actually, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, because we're still getting the stats from Hef seeing it equip itself. Yeah, no, everything's okay. So why do you have the mitosis cap on now? That's not... Oh, I guess it's because you're a graft unit. Interesting. Well, that is something. I think it still won't do anything because because it's a cardless unit. But we'll see what happens. Also, I never did end up using the Whiplash, which is fine. It was meant for a very different world. A world that we just don't inhabit. Sorry, dude, that you get days for 2 turns, but also, so what? Okay, so yeah, you are not inheriting equipment, which is how it should be. Unfortunately, you can't use the armament drive this turn because you're a son of a bitch. But, whatever. Which say, I could use that, I just wouldn't be getting the Artificer bonus, which is the whole point of using the card for me. Just to make sure, we are going to equip you to get rid of the Mitosis Cap. Alright, and then I have too many units on this floor, and yada yada yada, here we are. I could daze my Juggernauts, but even then, it's just not really feasible. Well, here we go. Alright, well, he's super dead. Oh. Just click enter and decks can be nice and relaxing sometimes. I think they're okay. They're not my favorite thing. And more to the point, I want to feel like I earned it getting to that point. And I don't feel like this deck super earned that. Because, like, I didn't, like, need to set up intrinsic on things and, like, build an interesting deck. Like, it's basically just Juggernaut comes out with giant stats because I have Ember, and then I just dupe it every turn, and there we go. Engulfed in Smoke is not bad, but probably not necessary here. It's technically useful, but we're just not going to worry about it. Right, we're gonna go to the left, I guess. I have so much money. If I had equipment, I would be plenty happy for Tuned Whetstone. Sadly, I don't. Pyre Piping makes me angry. Herzl's Anvil doesn't matter to us. Neither do any of those. Not really. But that's fine. Because we're going to take some drastic measures now. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's remove consume on that. Meh. Didn't really need to worry about that. Okay. Okay, that's good enough, I suppose. Yeah, the only consume cards I've got are... Meh, sure. Doesn't really matter. We are going to dupe the armament drive, or maybe the assembly room. I had originally considered the assembly room. I think we're just going to do the armament drive, though. Here we go. Fire piping is ever-churning soil at home that you get only after finishing your homework. Yeah, makes me angry. I do wish I had gotten rid of the conductor steward, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah, this is the problem, is I don't have the dupe immediately. Oh, whoops, wrong order. That's why I should have duped the assembly room, and I knew that. Well, that's fine. It's okay if I take some damage on this fight. And I didn't daze you, which is actually a problem. I mean, it's maybe workable. No, that is workable. That's fine. Well, let's just redo all the stuff that I just did. Okay. I think this is what I did. Whoops. I didn't mean to click him. I was trying to click half. Don't mind me. I mean, I could also just accept some pyre damage, which is the correct choice. But it is not the choice that I would like to do. Alright, fine. Unfortunately, the Scourge card starts slowing me down, which sucks, and I'm gonna take a lot of damage from these guys at this rate. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I take a lot of damage this way. I should have just done things slightly differently. Oof. That's so much damage. Well, fine. Oh, whoops, wrong order, but that's probably okay. Yeah, still not killing all these. Sorry to hire for. The problem is that then the assembly room doesn't work as well. I think what we're going to do, though, still is we're just going to be a little more responsible about this. I could still win, kind of, but let's do this slightly more responsibly. We're actually going to play that guy out for reasons. Also ends up just that we draw the assembly room on turn 1 now, which is not actually what I was intending to do, but that's fine. Okay, now this armament drive is better because we have 2 unequipped dudes. Unfortunately, we're not dazing or killing you, which is annoying. Oh, I could have if I just powered up Hef, and then I didn't. Well, fine. Okay, just to stabilize, we're going to do that, which is going to look a little silly. But we're pulling out the guy with reanimate, so I don't have to deal with his reanimate garbage. And then guess what? He's back. It would be nice if I had more draw and hadn't only gone with Ember. And I knew this. And here we are. Anyways, we're going to do that. It will make the armament drive weaker, but it does mean that I'm no longer not going to be killing those guys because Hef is just a little too weak. So there we go. Sure. Alright, so we daze you, and then we daze you even more, and everything's fine now. And then we just permanently bully this loser. Poor reanimate guy stuck in a loop. Yeah. Poor guy. Okay, there's only one more wave. Yeah, we have another armament drive upcoming, so we just do this right now. Would have been cute if we'd gotten Trample from the rare card event earlier. Alas, we did not. You know what? We'll do that. Just get rid of the reanimate. And then there's no point just equipping the front guys, so we'll spread out some equipment now. It is a little silly seeing the disparity in stats because it tracks essentially how powerful we were at different turns of this fight. But here we are. This stoneless Sisyphus. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. This fight should actually be easier for us because there's an additional turn before enemies show up, and so I have a little more time to draw properly and all that. We're just gonna greed and try to do this with the max. Oh, I keep doing this in the wrong order, and I keep forgetting until it's too late for it to matter. I need to play Hef first. For some reason, I'm not playing her first, but we need to play her first so we actually get the Artificer proc from the graph. Okay, so we get rid of that. I do this just for the sake of it. It shouldn't matter, but let's get rid of your spell shield because there's no reason not to, I guess. Alright, just almost 1500 damage. And the question is, do I actually want to use you? You know what? I actually will. I will do this for now, because reasons. Not least of which being that it makes this more impressive, so then I can do more here. But we'll go over the other things when it's pertinent. Anyways, here we go. Well, savagery is most of the way down. Just gonna get rid of a salvage. And then... Then we get some sap, who cares? It's not like the sap really affects us in any meaningful way. Again, we could just take the damage. That's also acceptable. Yeah, this is why this can be annoying in this fight. When I get to the bottom of the deck and I'm just drawing the Curses of Entropy that just got generated. Whatever, that's fine. Boy, do I love having the Curses of Entropy every turn. It's not at all an annoying mechanic. Okay, so first off, we do this. Which then minus cost the other things. Doesn't actually give us any smelting, essentially, but it means that I don't have to play it out and get the sap, which is, again, actually meaningless, but still. Alright, may as well attack. Alright, just waiting on Dominion, as one does. Okay, now we resin removal to get rid of that sap. And yeah. And we just keep waiting for Dominion to die. Yeah, if I don't daze you, I believe we kill you next turn, so I'll just take the pyre damage and suck it up. Turns out, Artificer Hef does give a lot of stats. Yep, and now we get the kill, so we may as well daze you. And then just pump some more stats in for the sake of it. Yeah, let's look at our army. Yeah, again, turns out, assembly room, real good. There are, you know, reasons that it costs 4 and descends the unit. Sometimes descending the unit is good, but oftentimes just setting up on bottom floor like that and repeatedly stacking a unit is quite good. Woo! Again, wish I had counted up how many crowns we still need to do, but I did not. That said, don't know what combination we're doing next. Also, maybe we should do Soul Savior. Just every time I think about doing Soul Savior, I just want to play more normal runs. I mean, again, I've enjoyed Soul Savior so far. It's just, I also really enjoy normal runs, and there's so many crowns to do. Alright, what are we doing next? So we still haven't done anything with Banished or Pyreborn or Awoken or Lazarus. I guess let's do Pyreborn. Heyo, how goes the trains of Monster? They go pretty well. We train pretty goodly. I think let's just do Phoenix and let's do Wormkin because we're just playing Railforged. I almost said Remnant, which was true, but not what I meant to say. Yeah, let's do Echo Break, I guess. I hate the grind you gotta do before you get to play the real Soul Savior. I haven't minded it so far. I mean, I still haven't been playing Overgrowth, but, like, I beat the first difficulty on my first try. I beat the second difficulty on my second try, doing, you know, all random. And, like, that hasn't been bad, and, you know, second difficulty at least, just doing all random while I still have most of the souls not leveled up or unlocked, has not been bad. But I do expect that I am not ready to play Overgrowth yet. Lava Armor is fine. A little annoyed that we're starting with Kinhost Vessel again. Mostly just because it's, like, a bad pairing for Phoenix. But that's okay. That's okay. Notice Stone is cool. Again, little less good in Monster Train 2 just because enemies have higher HP, and so getting a little bit of extra magic power means a lot less. It's not nothing, though. Also, it's weird because if you, like, generate new spells afterwards, they don't get the magic power bonus because it's implemented in a strange way. I really wish they just had a system for applying magic power to all of your spells just dynamically, because this is the same problem with, like, Vine Mother, where the new stings that are generated later into the fight don't benefit from the magic power that's generated earlier in the fight. But hey, we probably have another year before the next DLC to finish up the logbook. I mean, who knows if they're even going to do another DLC. I hope they do. And reception to Railforged has been, like I said, the whole DLC, has been very positive so far, from what I can tell. So hopefully that, you know, heralds cool things. Conduit, if you're talking about it in regards to Notice Stone and all that, the problem with Conduit is that Conduit is inherently attached to a unit and also specifically only applies to a single floor. And what you want out of, like, Notice Stone and, you know, Vine Mother and all of that is you would want it to be not doing that. And, like, technically they do have it work correctly with, actually, do they? Am I crazy? As I was about to say this, I was going to say, Forgotten Name works correctly, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this still only applies to cards currently in your deck. Further making Forgotten Name just a terrible artifact. I like where most things are at in this game right now, but there are a couple cards and artifacts that I really wish would get attention. Like, Forgotten Name, it's just bad, doesn't take that much to make it better. Just either uncap it or make it permanent across the run, so you're at least building up some meaningful magic power by the time you get to the end of the run. Like, doesn't take much for that to be an okay artifact. Not like an amazing artifact, but an okay artifact. Moonstone, likewise, it's just fucking terrible. So it doesn't work on discard and on consume pile. That's not what I'm saying. It does work on discard. On consume pile, I honestly don't remember if it works or not. But it definitely does not work on, like, newly generated things. Unless they change it at some point, which I'm pretty confident they didn't. But, for instance, like, if you are using Jack-in-the-Box to create, or, like, you play Jack-in-the-Box, you had some spells in there, the spells are now added to your deck, those spells do not benefit from magic power generated on prior turns. From what I've seen, Railforge will receive Soul Savers mixed, though. I mean, I feel like... How do I want to say this? I think you need to use somewhat different metrics for Soul Savior. In that it's not the main focus of the DLC, kind of. And I think going in, they probably knew that Soul Savior wasn't going to be as popular as the main mode. And so as long as most people are, like, lukewarm to positive on Soul Savior and not outright negative, I think that probably counts as a success. Obviously, maybe they see it differently. I don't know. But that's how I would expect it to be seen. Just because, I mean, like, that's the whole point of making it a separate mode rather than, like, adding on the souls to the main mode. Anyways, for the actual run at hand, pretty confident we're just taking Serrated Mandibles. I kind of want to take Notice Stone because I haven't used it, like, at all in Monster Train 2 so far. We do technically have some consume cards. We do have some spells. It's not the worst thing, but Serrated Mandibles is good. Actively good. Yeah, fuck it. We're just taking Serrated Mandibles. I don't know. I kind of wanted Overlord, but that's because I often want Overlord. I don't know. I definitely like Golden Crown least. I don't know that Pyromaniac is really appropriate for our needs now, but we'll still take it because we do have Lava Armor. And just because generally I think it's probably more fun than some of the other options. Yeah, probably not gonna go super well. Damn, I was hoping that was gonna hit slightly differently. There we go. Something to deal with these guys, but we at least solved a problem. Yeah, I should have put you up front. I was originally going to, and then I didn't. For reasons. Okay. Now the problem is I do... Oh, I should have used my ability. Forgot that I had that. Yeah, well, here we are. Alright, so we only need 2 charges for you to hatch. And unsurprisingly... Oh, gotcha, yeah. Because the indicator on the hatching is broken, it is getting confused as we surpass the point at which the egg is going to hatch. We should still be winning this. Yeah. Something made that worse recently, but whatever. We'll fix that at some point. And by we, I mean they will fix that at some point. I don't have any control over it. Could take the Lava Armor because it's an infused one and these ones aren't. Don't think that's worth it. Would be kind of nice, though. Flicker I like, especially if we have higher gel. Yeah, fuck it. I do like Echo Transfer. I think we probably want the Shelter, though. Like, I think I probably should go to the Merchant of Steel here. To at least, like, put HP on something. Or get, like, Shard Soul Carver. I kind of want to go looking for, like, Magma Cultist or something. But I think we really kind of need to do this. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Which is something. Alright, gonna look somewhat weird. So be it. That's fine. Here we are. The -1 Ember is not great, but it is a world that we can maybe live with. I was hoping the Reap was going to hit him, but okay. Don't know why I'm shooting my own egg when this is here, but fine. Oh, and I didn't kill the Scourge dude, which I probably should have. No, annoying, but fine. Okay, nice time for the Bounding Echoes at least. Yeah, I didn't need the Pyro Gel on you, but that's fine. It wouldn't really change anything. I still haven't hatched the egg, which is sort of okay. It means that we get a full heal when the egg does hatch. Take some Pyro, Pyro damage. Almost hit Pyro Gel. Knew that was wrong. But hey, so be it. Alright, don't hatch the other egg, but that's okay. Everything's fine, kind of. God, Soul Smelter is cute, but so awkward for me. I don't know that I can justify it. But I do want to justify it. Eggs are also awkward for dragons. Dragons loot eggs, not hatch them. What a world. Yeah, don't know that I can really justify the Soul Smelter. For a lot of reasons. Part of the issue being that because it works via Soul, and Soul is a buff, if I try to equip it to the egg, then it means that when the egg hatches, it will lose all the souls currently built up. Obviously, if I'm hatching the egg fast enough, that doesn't matter, but we don't know if we're going to, and yada yada yada. I could also just not equip it to the egg. I could equip it to Phoenix. I will take it. I think it's wrong. We're doing it anyways. I should maybe take the Echo Transfer. We're not going to. Okay. Ooh, I mean, Zealot is much better than what I'm currently doing, kind of. I mean, I kind of like what I'm doing, but boy, is Zealot a lot better for me. Also, the Magma Cultist was pretty appealing too, but... yeah. Interesting. Special purple Zealot, yeah. Fine. We'll abandon the Bogflies, I guess. Wasn't really what I had wanted to do, but that's not bad for me, kind of. Well, that's what I can afford at the moment. Sure. Okay. Oh, I should actually be generating some charges down here. Yeah, that's fine. This part's less fine. No, my poor Zealot. Yeah, I was hoping to get the shelter in time that I could save him, and then I definitely did not do that. Without that, Phoenix is doing fuck all. I should just focus on hatching that. Yeah, because like, I can't even do the lava armor without overwriting that. I mean, I can put the lava armor on you, but, like, so be it. Yeah. Okay, let's do this not that way. I think it's basically what it comes down to. Okay, so I think we're going to do this the correct way. Which I think looks like this. And makes me a little angry in general. Okay. Yeah, he dies, unfortunately, and I still don't have good defense, but we're getting there, kind of. Alright, so that goes there, and you're taking a tiny bit of damage, but you will hatch this turn. Which, I kind of didn't want him to hatch it, because I kind of want you to get a full heal later in the fight, but overall, it's probably okay. Would have been nice to the repet elsewhere, but okay. Alright, he's at least ending up with a fair bit of fire gel on him. Unfortunately, I do kind of want enemies to be surviving for higher floors so I can be getting souls and soul smelter. But also, I kind of need enemies to die without hurting me because life is pain. Well, at least Archeon is just taking a lot of damage for existing. I think I need to do the shelter, though I would like to get rid of the Calcified Ember. Okay, well, let's get rid of that. Okay, well, we got 3 Horde, which was the minimum that I cared about. Do I actually want to use Symphony of the Soul? Kind of. I think it's just so awkward for me to use, though. Echo Bloom is not terrible for me. Symphony of Double Souls. Yeah, I mean, it does do that. I wanted it to double my armor. I mean, I kind of want to take it. I don't think it's correct, though. I don't know, fuck it. What is life? Magma Cultist is good. We're not going to take it, though. Souls matter more than armor. Yeah. We're going to take Heaven's Light for now. And so be it. Fine. Not what I wanted, but whatever. Okay. I would like to go here. We're absolutely 100% going here. Well, now that capacity feels a little less important. Okay. So I did originally kind of want the Cursed Dragon Staff, because what I kind of wanted to do was like get a Magma Cultist and pair it with Phoenix and the Bog Chrysalis, and then put the Dragon Staff on the Bog Chrysalis, so then I hatched I'd get 2 Dragon Staves, and that would be cute, but not quite as helpful as it seemed. At the moment, the Dragon Staves aren't really actually that useful for me because I'm not generating Pyrogel mid-turn for the most part. Which begs the question, do I care about any of these? Maybe the weapons cache? Yeah, fine. I'll take the weapons cache, I guess. So I have 7 capacity now. If I took the Smidge Stone, I could still play out like the Kinhost Vessel. I don't really want to do that, though. But I will need better defense. Well, let's try to get something I care more about. Sure. All right. Don't mind me and my extra deployment ember. Does still ember drain me annoyingly, but that's okay. And this is still consume. It has not had consume removed yet. Do I still want to do it now? I think no. Even though, like, defense is wildly important for me right now, God, I just wanted you to die this turn. Why didn't you have the courtesy to do that? Yeah, it's actually fine for me to have to deal with the corruption guys next turn. Because the corruption will go onto the egg, and then the egg hatches, and yada yada yada, that's fine. Oh, meant to do that first, so I can do this. Yeah, I'd like to play the Calcified Ember, but I really got to generate charges. Not to hatch the egg, though that's vaguely important. But because I need charges when I get the shelter soon. Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of wish I'd waited to hatch you. Yep, nobody likes Kel. Yeah, unfortunately, like, I can do that, it just doesn't, like, help me, really. And I probably should have done that differently in case the Reap ended up hitting his backliners, in which case I wouldn't have actually needed to target him. Yeah, this is not a great turn of events. It means the shelter is right there, which I needed now. Yeah, because my defense is, unsurprisingly, quite bad. When I win this, I don't get any of the souls. Like, we're not getting the souls regardless. I'm just curious because I didn't want to math if doing one of those first is better. Technically, I should have done that even before that. Yeah, unsurprisingly, it is worse. Just for my own curiosity, what if I did that? And then that. Yep, unsurprisingly. Not anywhere close to better. Alright, so. Do that. And then, I believe, just that, and that's the closest we're going to get, yada, yada, yada. Again, if I'd drawn that on a different turn, where I didn't have to be giving myself more corruption, it would have been really nice. Oh well, so be it. It's disappointing that I don't get the Horde, but oh well. I mean, I do like the Brain Spike. I'm not going to worry about it, though. We got enough other problems. I do like Ambient Charge. Enforced Contamination's not bad, but I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I did kind of want to go there, but going to the left is also quite useful for me. Echo Seedling is interesting. I mean, so is Lost Luggage, especially since I already have Intrinsic on the Bounding Echoes, so I could Bounding Echoes an entire hand, which is not bad, but I think we'll just take the Echo Seedling. And that's pretty silly. I don't know, fine, sure. Yeah, holdover doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, neither does the flicker, really. So... Yeah, I think we just dupe the Zealot. You're not randomizing the Pyre anymore. Yeah, it does give that impression, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's dupe the shelter for now. That's fine. I don't know that we're going to generate enough armor being on a higher floor, but we're certainly going to try. Okay, unfortunately you're not dying unless I take matters into my own hands. Eventually you're going to be less unhelpful. Okay, bit of a waste, kind of. But we're doing this, and then we're generating 50 armor on our backliners. The armor on the frontliner is going to be lost, and also I'm sort of giving up the chance at a full heal later, but that's sort of okay. But no, now I can't play with the Soul Smelter, which should be okay, honestly, even if it does depress me. Yeah, I don't really want to play the shelter while I'm gonna get sapped is the issue. I should have put out the other Spear Steward. My damage output is pretty low. Yeah, it doesn't really help, but we'll still do it, I guess. Yeah, that's less helpful than one would desire. I mean, I can take the pyre damage, I guess, like a chump. Ow. It's a lot of pyre damage. Irritating. Oh, wrong order. I wanted to get the shelter before doing the Symphony of the Soul, and we never did. Also wanted to get the Soul Smelter before all this. I don't know if we're strong enough to win. So I probably need to dupe yours. Yeah, unsurprisingly, don't have enough like this. Because I needed the armor to be on the frontliner, basically. Way out. Unsurprisingly, my very low defense situation is, in fact, causing me some grief. And like, I could just not use this shelter right now, but I do generate so many charges on this turn that it feels like the correct play. I could also just not use the Pyre ability right now and save it for drawing the Soul Smelter. Okay, get a little bit of sap, but I think it's worth it so that I can start building up my charges again. It would be nice if my Zealot had quick, or if my defense were just better. Yeah, and I take a lot of fire damage, but I don't die. I don't die from it. I think it's better to dupe yours. You do have Titanite, and the longer you live, the more attacks you get. But that is a lot of extra turns for how much damage the boss is doing. Okay. And we can get the Soul Smelter on this final turn, which is something. Okay. Much better when we just have better defense, turns out. Turns out playing slightly less greedily may be actually helpful. Anyways, we do still end up with a ton of souls, despite not getting the Soul Smelter until the final turn. Unfortunately, we didn't hit 6, which is what we wanted, but fine. Tome of Contracts is worth taking, I guess. Broken Memories is worth taking. Or just Chamber of Recall. Since it is sort of like Broken Memories, but kind of better, but not really in our instance. I will take Hellfire Bellows. I will enjoy this. I did kind of want there, and maybe I should have done that for reasons, but this is sort of appealing. So I have 4 Deployment Ember, which is actually 6 Deployment Ember. I mean, the Mind Cage kind of cute. Kind of doesn't matter. Kind of does. Kind of want the Glass Cannon. Guess we'll just take that for now. We're gonna do that. Unfortunately, what I would really like to do is I would like to combine the Swift Steel Dagger with the Soul Smelter. I don't actually need to do that, though. But I will take that. And I guess we're just going to remove some things. And see how I live my life from here on out. And how many dupes are there? There are 2 dupes left. And they're not in terrible spots. Okay. Interesting choices. We'll see what we do. Yeah, there's not really any need to put you in front anymore. Okay, can't play the Soul Smelter. That's okay. On the whole, we're dramatically stronger than we have been in the past. So that's something. Alright, and we're starting to stack up some stuff. And since we hatched an egg, it drew the Soul Smelter with the weapons cache, which is a little weird, but pretty cute. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Soul Smelter on Bogflies for 2 times souls. That is what we're doing. Oh yeah, and I have so much Ember because they hatched. I was not ready for that for a moment. Okay, well, here we go. I'm still not generating a lot of defense, which is a concern, but I am dramatically better than I was, both in defense and offense. Really want the sap, but we can handle it, no problem. Okay, so we're definitely using this turn. Yeah, we're making Strix stronger. We should still be okay. I kind of don't actually want to kill him this turn, but he's definitely gonna die, so let's just accept that. Oh, he's not dying because I am weakening things. Because these guys are doing a lot less damage now. Which means I don't hit the same breakpoint, yada yada yada, that's fine. I am actually okay with him not dying so he can build up a little bit more damage on on Strix while she's here. Also, technically it gives me more time to build up souls, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Alright. Well, let's continue just not doing anything there. Like, I could be hurting her. I guess there's no real reason not to be. Although, yes, then I didn't actually do it, but that's okay. Does not matter. Alright, look at us go. Absolutely murdering them and ending up with a clean 8 horde. Probably because we doubled our souls at the end. We already had a lot of souls before that, though, so not actually convinced that mattered. We are not taking any of these. Okay. I think... So currently I have 4, which is actually 6. Which is maybe enough. And maybe I just want the draw. Could also take capacity. I don't know. Part of the issue is it really depends on what we're gonna see at the Merchant of Steel. Honestly, capacity might be just the better option, especially since I'm relying on the shelters to protect me. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know. We'll take capacity. It's a little awkward. Still what we're doing. I do like Shell. Pyreborn's Insignia is actually kind of cute for us. We're taking Sharpened Teeth, though, to mitigate the sap problems. Dante's Footstool. That also mitigates problems. I already made it deployable, but... I mean, Sparkflint Catalyst is good. But if I do this, then I actually don't have to do as many shenanigans as I was planning. So we'll take that, I guess. Okay, so I can just get quick. I don't actually have to worry about the dagger anymore. And we're going to dupe the Zealot. I was going to do other things. In fact, I think I still have to. Unless I get Artificial Pyrestone, but that's fine. We'll still basically end up doing the same thing I was already going to do, but that's fine. I guess I'll just wait to remove things. Yeah, that's less pleasing. How you doing, Edwin? The problem with Quick is we're not benefiting from the lava armor, of course, but so be it. We are going to do the soul smelter there because I don't want to lose the souls when they hatch, yada yada yada, that's fine. Unfortunately, we are going to not have capacity for that other Zealot in a moment, but that's going to be okay-ish. He says with a modicum of doubt and despair. Should have done that in a different order so I could have for sure known that the Reef was going to go on you. But, oh well, fine. Either way, it's okay. And then we just build up charges, and there we go. Not too bad. We're not killing quite everything on this floor, so we're not getting all the souls. I don't think that's going to matter too much since we can do dumb things. But, you know, we're trying. The minus Ember does annoy me. Oh, yeah, and I do have the Aquas, which I keep forgetting about. You know what? Let's Aquas this turn. Probably because now that guy is actually dying here, but also so I can just build up some more armor. Okay. And then we're going to... Oh, I didn't realize that you were not infused, so I have to do that. But anyways, this is fine. Because it means that now we've doubled your souls to 38, plus whatever we get from killing these guys, and it's fine. It's all okay. I would still describe it as a bit awkward, but it's okay. Ta-da! And thus we get to 8 Horde. It's a shame we can't go higher than that, but that still is good for us. I do not need an infused Mind Cage. It's not terrible, but I already have a Mind Cage. I just don't care. We are not taking those. We're not taking those. Ember Charge doesn't really matter for me, kind of. I'll take the Shell, I guess. We're way late on that. I guess I'll take Guild Marker. I don't know. Honestly, probably should have taken the other thing, but that's fine. Yeah, Spirit Breaker Charge I'm quite happy to see. And we're probably taking Lightstone Casing. Yeah, we're taking Lightstone Casing. Ooh, that's also very good for me. Maybe. Don't totally need to do that, I guess, but so be it. Intrinsic on... I guess this... I don't know, there's a lot of good options. Don't think I really need the holdover, though. Maybe should remove cards. It's fine. Basically, we get out what we want, and that's it. So, we are going to dupe the Bog Chrysalis. It's going to be a little bit weird, but it's overall quite good for us. And isn't that really what we care about in life? Okay, well then. We have quite a deck now. So, play that out. Oh, I did mess up the ordering on this. Do we have enough unit slots for both Chrysalises? No. And I knew that, and then I still played it incorrectly. The point is just, I need more deployment ember, and so this gets me more deployment ember. But, yes, I did not mean to actually play them both on this floor. I have a bunch of equipment that barely matters for me, but so be it. Okay, so you get that, you get that. I could have given you the Swift Steel Dagger, but that's actually not incredibly helpful for me. Because I need these guys to attack first. I could have put this behind them, and then it would have been fine. That's what I should have done. It's not what I did do. Overall, it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, I don't have a shelter this turn, but whatever. But again, now I'm generating armor and attack on all of my units every turn through using Phoenix's ability. Although I need something for him to shoot, so I can't do it now very well. That's okay. I could use their abilities as well. It does lower my charges, because unfortunately we didn't get Carvin Koriska, but hey. Also, I do need to kill these guys at some point. Mostly not too worried about that, but it is an annoyance. Oh, we're already doing a lot of damage there. Well, I have not killed the Silence dude, and that is somewhat of an issue. But they do just have a lot of Pyre Gel as they ascend to this floor, so then we just kind of murder them. Because they're getting 10 from Hellheart, plus they're getting a bunch from Phoenix. They are normally getting... Yeah, they're getting an additional 4 from Phoenix and an additional 1 from the Hellfire, so it ends up being 15 for nothing, which is, turns out, not bad. And like, yeah, I get sapped, whatever. Okay, so you are dying this turn. So, let's double your souls. Even though we're, like, way far away from what we could be getting. Anyway, 6 is still fine. We get another artifact. It doesn't matter too much. We hit basically everything we needed to hit. Yeah, way too late for that. We'll definitely take Medallion. Fine. Mind Horde is acceptable, not particularly actually useful for me right now. Oh boy. Ugh. Okay, so we do have to take some damage. Pretty sure we still want to be on bottom floor, though. The only issue is if the Kinhost is dying turn 1, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So that's what we got. Okay, then we have just enough to play out all of our equipment. There we go. Alright. And we did get a shelter this turn. Obviously, these guys are going to lose their armor, but that's overall okay. I'm not too worried about that. Sounds like I'll still generate armor on them later, and this way we're generating armor on the backliners in case they die, because these are the guys that actually matter. If I really cared about it, I could have played these guys up front. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay. Well, entropy is down. You're not quite down. That's okay. Unfortunately, this one did not get infused from Bounding Echoes, but we still generate a lot off of that. And we'll still do this just to generate the extra armor and all that. Yes, look at the Zealots doing their thing. Doesn't it hurt that I actually have a bunch of attacks after the Zealots as well, since this guy attacks 3 times and each of the Bogflies attacks twice, and then Phoenix also exists. I do have Serrated Mandible. I should maybe be doing this up here, even though I am missing out on some armor by doing that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think we're okay. I mean, overall, we're fine, especially because I'm also generating Pyre Gel whenever I take Pyre damage. So we are speeding up things one way or another. Yeah, whatever. There's so much Pyre Gel. I mean, like, a lot of it's on Entropy because of Gel Transfuser, since we apply a bunch of Pyre Gel to all these enemies before we kill them. And so then, then it just carries over. I could do Symphony of the Soul on you to double... Oh, it's only double buffs. I always think that it also doubles debuffs. It does not. Well, he went from like 600 Pyre Gel to 860 Pyre Gel. Alright, well, that seals it, and there we go. Ta-da! Well, that was a bit of an awkward run, but we made it work. Oh, boy, oh. And it's nice that we finally mastered Symphony of the Soul. Definitely not a card I use all that often. It has its uses for sure. Like, it can do some very powerful stuff, but Extract 5 is... It's a cost. And you have to have a meaningful amount of a buff for it to dupe. And that's not always going to be the case. There's plenty of things where that doesn't matter, especially because most of the most of the Wormkin stuff just doesn't use buffs. Like, for the most part, they're doing raw stats. So it is essentially meant to only combo with your allied clan. But that's okay. That's fine. Oh, boyo. Yeah. What are we playing next? These are the questions I ask myself each and every day. Maybe banished. Melting Wormkin. Maybe. I was kind of trying to do the ones where we haven't done any victory on yet. We still have to do a banished one. I think we're just going to do banished and probably Railforge because we just did Wormkin. Never thought about that with Symphony of the Soul, but it makes sense. A potentially very powerful card for exponential scaling, but mostly relies on the allied clan. Wormkin do get armor to double though. Yeah, they have a handful of sources of armor. It's not actually that many. Oops, that is not how I typed that. Because, like, yeah, Kanos Pupa starts with armor, whatever. But it's basically just Shard Soul Carver and Shelter. And, like, Shelter is a very good source of armor. And Carver can definitely generate a lot, especially now that dualism exists. And so you can be getting armor 6 per Inspire. But, yeah, it's just those two. So, still pretty limited. But, yes, it can be very good with that. Obviously, that's mainly what we were using it for in that run. But yeah, other than that, the doubling buffs is essentially only matters for their allied clan. But there are some good uses for it, mainly for doubling rage is the big one. Like, you can double Conduit, also pretty decent. You can double Regen, which is fine. Doesn't really help a ton in a lot of situations. Doubling Reanimate and Damage Shield is fine. It's good, but a lot of the time you're not actually stacking up enough where the doubling is, like, hugely important. But I've seen Stellanius with doubling spikes as well. Yeah, that's fair. But the problem is getting enough baseline spikes for doubling to be effective. Yeah, there are some ways, like, especially if you're doing it with Lazarus and you are just doing, I can't think of the name of the cards. I keep wanting to say Unstable, and I know that's not Faulty Body. There we go. I knew it was something along those lines. Knew Unstable wasn't in the name, because that has a very different meaning with Lazarus. But yeah, for instance, if you're doing something like Faulty Body, obviously doubling the spikes and presumably doubling whatever, like, Reanimate you've got on the unit is a very good use of it. Obviously, there are other ways to double spikes to good effect. Like, for instance, if you've got Sentient, with the 50 starting base spikes, that can be good. But anyways, yes. Yeah, I think we said banished Railforge. Do we want Fel? Do we want Talos? Kind of want to do Talos. Sure. Let's do Talos. And I guess let's do Smith, since I have been using Salvage almost exclusively. And Smith isn't terrible. I just don't like... I don't love the playstyle of Smith. It doesn't matter. Again, I make a decision around it, and it doesn't matter. We do have Sword Maiden, which is potentially quite nice. Lead Songbird is fine. We're up against Spike's Kale, which definitely wants us to be on the lower floor. I kind of want Lead Songbird just because there's a very real possibility we're going to be generating a lot of Valor, particularly with Sword Maiden. But Heroic Dive is a way to overstack the floor, and I do really like that. Maybe we aren't going to need that, but that does seem plausibly useful. Fine. Yeah, some of these are interesting. We're gonna take full throttle. I guess I'm taking more Sword Maidens. Yeah, I'll take the Crucible Stewards, I guess. And then we have Fused Pyre Shard. I don't think I actually care about Fused Pyre Shard. Not sure that I strongly care about Broken Rail either, though. Fuck it. We'll take it. Probably should take the other. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad that I play Enchantress, like, all the time. Battle Cleric is good for us right now. Admittedly, maybe even worth taking. I think we've got a strong enough deck that it doesn't matter early on. Like, we don't have any equipment. That's the big, like, kicker, is that we have 3 Sword Maidens and no way to power them up. Oh, well. We'll take Enchantress. The -1 Ember does actually hurt us a fair bit. Okay, we're gonna do it this way for very specific reasons. Okay. Well, didn't want to drop both of these right now, but okay. Unfortunately, you're already almost dead because I have not great defense at the moment. We're certainly trying. Also, I should have used my forge points on one of these Sword Maidens, and I didn't, but I didn't think about it at the time. Here we are. It's a bit of an issue, but it should be okay. Okay, then we eat the Metallurgy, and then we do the full throttle. Poor Talos with her 6 base attack. That burst isn't looking too impressive. Yeah, but we can do this. My deck is just these 2 cards, so here we go. Anyways, we just absolutely smack the boss to death. This is partly why we play the Crucible Stewards early, so that if we did draw the full throttle, we could use their ability to generate extra Ember to play it. Again, I have the Fused Pyre Shard, didn't power up my Pyre at all. Not terribly surprising, but a little sad. I mean, Selfless Sacrifice is good, but maybe it's not going to be necessary in the future. Shield of Wing I do like, especially when we have Enchantress Talos right off the bat. I think that's what we're doing. I don't really care about the boilerplate, but I'm probably taking it just because I need basically as much equipment as I can get. Or I need an armament drive, which I would very much like to get. I do want intrinsic, but boy, do I want, like, dualism and multi-strike. Do I want to take that right now? So if I take the Titanite, it's basically just as a preventative measure. It's not meant to... Like, it would only be because I've got multiple Sword Maidens, and so I'd be ditching the Titanite one later. Which is not terrible. I could take the Titanite, I could take the Valor or the HP. Not sure exactly what I want to do there. But it's not terrible. It's just I'm not sure I want to spend the gold on that. Thanks for the follow, Space Cowboy. I hope that's a Cowboy Bebop reference. Yeah, and I might go... It's not... I knew there was a solid possibility that it wasn't. I'm a little disappointed. But not that disappointed. I just really like Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen it in a while, and honestly, in saying that, I kind of want to rewatch it again. But, yeah, we might be going to the Merchant of Arms. The problem is, like, I don't care about most of my spells at the Merchant of Magic. It's really just, I would like Intrinsic on Heroic Dive, and I would like to make the full throttles more playable. Not that big a deal either way, though. Especially because we're probably taking more Ember later, so I can deal better with my massive Sword Maidens and equipment. Yeah, let's just give one of you Valor and HP. It's largely the same thing, but less expensive. Also, I didn't look at this. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay. I could just let some of these units die to the pyre to power it up. Like, doesn't really matter if I take some damage. Okay, I think we want it like this either way. Okay, I don't really care about permaforging the boilerplate. And I guess I'm going to do this here so I don't have to leak, even though, again, with the fused fire shard, it doesn't matter a whole ton. Also, did forget that these guys have haste, so, or not actually as helpful as I wanted it to be. Well, that's a little bit of an issue. A little less of an issue now. Yeah, I can't get the Collector because I didn't fly Talos up there. And that makes me sad. Could have maybe done this a little different. Well, I don't have the Ember for it either way. It's fine. We'll just suck it up. The problem is I would like to play out the Sword Maiden somewhere, and I can't. I suspect that doesn't actually matter a ton to me. I mean, I can play her on the bottom floor, it's just I don't want her to die. I want her on the field so that I can get the Celebrate bonus. That's the whole point. Yeah, I still want want to play that out, but whatever. I mean, my deck is small. I draw the same stuff every turn, essentially. It's not like this is a major thing for me. Okay, we will destroy one of those so we can do the other. Meant to consume my forge points. Oh well. I am taking a little bit of damage now unless I fly Talos up there, and even then, it wouldn't be enough. Well, yeah. Whatever. That's fine. I take damage. Who cares? Who cares? There we go. Barely survives, but it's alright. And we do get to buff all my units, though again, they mostly doesn't matter. Because I was planning to just dupe the best of the Sword Maidens in the future. Still, nice if they survive. I will happily take the Blood Suit. I will take another Boilerplate. Unfortunately, So, I believe this is still the case. But the Sword Maidens won't draw Blood Suit as long as there are any other equipment in my deck to draw. Because they're trying to be helpful. But in this instance, I actually do want the Blood Suit drawn because I just want the zero-cost equipment. It's a little bit awkward because I am trying to use the Heroic Dive still, so it's a bit of a problem. But mostly, it's fine. Could also just deployable it myself. It's not the worst thing. Yeah, let's go here, I guess. I mean, Zone of Silence isn't bad, but I will struggle to play it currently. Boiler Room is good. Iron Tongue is a thing that kind of is useful for me. I mean, I do kind of want that with the dualism, but I really wanted to hold out for other things. We'll just take Reanimate on you. That's fine. I mean, the Bloodsoaked Arena is kind of cute for me. I guess I will take it, maybe. No, I didn't really need another Shield of Wing. I probably shouldn't have done it. What I want is low-cost equipment. What I don't want is high-cost equipment. Oh, whoops. Nah, it's not where I meant to play Talos. Not at all. And maybe I actually... Well, okay. Maybe I do want to play Talos. Because the other thing I was considering is that we do this, and then we just play that out. You get some Valor. Honestly, I should probably have the other one up front, but I don't. Unfortunately, I can't play you at... Well... I can. It's just not great, because you're probably going to die. But I don't actually need to keep her alive. And if I get the Crucible Steward, I can just use you to murder. Oh, and they finally changed it so you can equip... Equipping to enemies now triggers Artificer, so I don't actually have to trigger the Blood Suits my own units, which is nice. The problem is I do want a hero dive, but I actually don't want them to be in front. Well, I should have maybe done this better then, but okay. Yeah, unfortunately your ability is on cooldown, so you're pretty fucked no matter what. Unless, like, Talos wants to go up on body block, but then Talos is pretty fucked. So we're not gonna worry about that. And again, overall, it's sort of just fine if we start losing some of these units. They've served their major purpose. Again, I don't really want to do the heroic dive and have them end up in the wrong spots. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. My mid floor is at least very strong, since we're generating Valor just by killing them with the Shield of Wing. And I believe we got rid of his mask already, which is nice. Sure, we'll do that, even though I would have loved to play the full throttle, but here we go. They attack into our giant wall of Valor, and even if they somehow start killing her, she does have Reanimate as well. Alright, and there we go. Unsurprisingly, we murder. Only one Sword Maiden died, so like everyone else still gets the boost, even though I don't really care about the Crucible Stewards all that much. Well, you don't say. I mean, I don't know that I'm actually going to do the assembly room. It is legitimately not bad for me, though. Yeah. Have you got the Rock Band achievement yet? Yes, I have most achievements. I don't have some of the new Soul Savior ones. And I believe the only prior one I don't have was doing Endless. Yeah, I still don't have the win 3 consecutive battles in Endless mode. Unlock all souls, win a Soul Savior run to Overgrowth, and level up all souls to max. Those are the ones I don't have. I think we're just taking a Herzl's Hammer, even though it's another not inexpensive equipment, which is annoying. But Assembly Room is kind of cute, because I can just start making tons of Sword Maidens and just descending them. You know, it would be really cute. It would be Assembly Room with Manifold Mirror, but that is unlikely. We'll just take a Herzl's Hammer, that's fine. And then we're going to be angry about Pyre Steward for a moment, and then we're going to move on with our life. We're going to take Ember, though we would appreciate literally everything else too. We're going here. And hopefully you're giving us Multi-Strike. Smidgestone, also pretty decent. Ooh, I sort of want weapons cache. Right. Yeah, we'll do that. Fortunately, I don't have enough to roll for multi-strike now, which is fine. I don't, like, explicitly need it, especially with the Shield of Wing. I would appreciate it, though. Okay. So, let's do this. Yeah. I'm just trying to make it so I can actually utilize the... I should have done it slightly differently. That's fine. I'm just trying to do it so I can utilize the heroic dive a little better. The problem is I want all the Sword Maidens on the same floor when I am playing them, so they're all getting the buffs. But alas, here we are. Sure, I guess we'll do it this way. Anyways, whatever. There we go. Eventually we get the heroic dive. I honestly don't know why the collector just exploded there. Uncertain. Either way, fine. Whatever. Oh yeah, you already have a Shield of Wing. Well... I guess we'll do it this way. We'll actually give that to you so you can fly up, so you can be closer to the front. We'll do that. Yeah, I still have no idea why the collector exploded, but whatever, fine. Well, we have a lot of valor, and we're pretty strong. We should be fine against Kel's Corruption, especially since we're also generating armor every turn. Thanks to her attacking with the Hero's Hammer. But also, he's just kind of gonna die before it really matters. Yes. Keep scaling my wonderful creatures. I mean, do I want to take Cursed Twinblade? Kind of. Oh, it's a bit of a mess. I know, fine. Whatever. I do like Railgun. Fire Plating's kind of cute. We're not going to take either, though. I mean, I think we want Merchant of Magic, finally. Blood of the Apex would be a wonderful pull at Merchant of Trinkets, but other than that... I mean, there are other things I would really like. Like, Dante's Footstool would be good. And Attuned Whetstone. But for the most part, it's not the end of the world. And we do get an artifact here as well. Tuning Gear is something. Honestly, maybe what we want. I think we still want Wing Steel. I was like, Cursed Twinblade. I mean, it's good. I like it a lot. Yeah, I think we're doing this and this. And that does do some interesting things for me. We'll take the Everlasting Light. That's fine. My equipment situation is fairly messy, but that's okay. The point is basically just that we are playing out as much equipment as we can. Now, I guess we just leave that for the moment. Well, it's not perfect, but it's fine. Okay, so we want you and you there. And then you. And then whatever, who cares? One of you gets that. We need the Shield of Wing later. Oh well. Because now we're all set. And I don't have enough for that. Actually, I do if I do that. Okay, look at us go. More Valor. I can't play that one out. Who cares? We have a lot of Valor already. Like, we're already up to 60 Valor. Also, keep forgetting that you don't have Dualism. It's the other ones who do. Which is fine. It's just whatever. Well, I kind of need Talus to be up here to kill that. So that's what we're doing. Though I should have done this a little differently. Yeah, I don't actually need the weapons cache, so we'll do that and just do that and live a wonderful life as we just get stronger and stronger and stronger. You can have the new Shield of Wing. Why not? Challenge isn't even like a bad card. I just don't need it right here. And just playing out like the full throttles more often is just better for us. Could you Heroic Dive the Collector, or is it only for allies? This one's only for allies. Also, yes, I was supposed to move Talos there before I did all the burst. Whatever, I didn't. Mistakes were made. It's fine. Alright, yet more Valor is created, and then here we are. Well, we just got to clean 8 attacks, 9 attacks, down the board. Not everyone does a ton of damage, but mostly they do a lot of damage. And we have a non-trivial amount of HP for the Shield of Wing as well. It's ominous to see the blood start dripping there. Lead Songbird is cute, but just not applicable. Shouldn't really need the Liquid Courage. Someday we'll use Car Collapse. Yeah, honestly, it's vaguely helpful for us, especially going into Entropy. I don't think it, like, super matters, but it is technically helpful. So we have a dupe there and a dupe there. Okay. Give me multi-strike. No. Those don't matter. Yeah. Okay. Not what we wanted to see. I don't really care about the burst is the problem. But I think that's what we're doing, because I do think I just want to dupe twice. And the only other Merchant of Steel is there. Yeah, that's fine. Enjoy your burst, who cares? I don't need one of these heroic dives. I'm going to probably remove one of the poor Crucible Stewards. We don't need to do that yet, though, but... let's get rid of a challenge. That's okay. Alright, so we need to be on bottom floor, but we can be on bottom floor. That's not an issue. And need is perhaps a strong word, but we would like to be on bottom floor. And we'd like you to be in front, probably. Maybe we actually don't care about that. No, you do have the highest HP. We'll put you in front still. Obviously, it doesn't matter at the moment, but we're getting there. So we play you, you, and you. And unfortunately, I can't play out any of the equipment that was drawn. Honestly, not that big a deal, because in exchange, it means that when I do play the equipment, it's weird that they see the heroic dive being cast. Strange. Whatever. Yeah, don't mind me. Definitely didn't just totally lose my train of thought. Anyways, the point is, when I'm playing out the equipment here, they actually get to benefit from it. That's all I'm trying to say. Rather than only one or two of them, all of them are benefiting. Alright, you have the Machinist Tome, who really cares about it, but we have it. What we want is Shield of Wing, but that's okay. Well, who needs multi-strike when you can just attack a whole bunch of times? Which is to say, when I have a bunch of units who can all attack. I guess there's no reason not to equip this to one of the backliners. Enjoy. Why did they fire there? Something is bugged, and I'm not sure what's causing it, and it's driving me crazy that I don't immediately see the situation that's happening. Either way, fine, whatever, we're killing him. Sal, the ultimate QA engineer. I try! Like, I try to report bugs and such when I see them, especially for this game. And so it does irk me not understanding what I'm seeing. Yeah, hi Cat, you are not actually being helpful. Yeah, we skip on these. I think we're just taking Ember. Yeah, we'll be okay. We're definitely going here. And then we're gonna figure out some things that I didn't actually math. Yeah, I think I should have smidged down to one of you guys. Either way, as is... Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? Could do that. So what we're definitely doing is we're duping a Sword Maiden. And we're going to do this one. I guess we're just going to minus cost them. Yeah, I don't really need to do that. Could take the healing. Don't really care about the healing. Maybe care a little bit more about the healing now. Well, that is a bit of an issue. Sure, I guess. Okay, so first off, let's blow that up. Secondly, let's blow that up. Maybe shouldn't have done it quite like that. We are going to get rid of one of you, because I'm definitely doing the heroic dive this turn, although that does cause issues for this floor. But we'll figure it out. My poor boilerplates who have gotten very little armor. Although, again, we do apply a lot more because dualism is very weird with them, but whatever. Yeah, so I should maybe have saved one of their abilities for next turn. Oh, and I meant to do the full throttle on those guys, not down here. Whatever. Okay, we can make this work. Because we'll just get rid of Machinist Tome, because we shouldn't really need it for this. So we'll do that, and then I guess we'll just trade there and there. Of course, we are taking damage from the sweep dudes, but we also do have Herzl's Hammer, which means that we're just generating a bunch of armor on the backliners because it's just weird that way. Also, I never did end up making that weapons cache deployable, which does make it fairly useless for me. Not quite what I meant to do, but that's fine. Like, we don't actually need it. My deck is super thin. That's just how it goes. Oops. Oh, look. It's the full throttle that we just played. This will be less impressive once we get to the Titans and they're giving me Curses of Entropy because they're jerks like that. Ta-da! I don't know if it's just coincidence, but we drew the one cost full throttle every time there. And I don't know, like, it shouldn't be doing that. But I don't know. Foundry Alliance cute. We don't want Geared Gauntlet, even though it's okay for us, I guess. I don't know. I don't particularly like Geared Gauntlet. I know there are people who do. It is legitimately okay. I find it somewhat clunky to use. Unfortunately, can't use Firestone Housing. Departure Manifest doesn't do anything for me right now. I mean, have some blueprints is cute, but not really relevant to me. And the holdover doesn't really matter. I don't like Geared Gauntlet either, to be honest. Yeah, like, it's okay. But the people who like it describe using it in a way that is really generally not necessary for the playstyle that I use. Like, I can see its value, and again, like, it is definitely more valuable if you're trying to do... Hey! My cat is trying to eat a cord. Whatever. Definitely more valuable if you're trying to do, like, high score, like, on the daily challenge. Stop! She moved from one cord to another cord. Oh no, the cat is trying to feed itself. Yeah, that is why she's bugging me. I'll feed her in a moment. Yeah, anyways, Geared Gauntlet, I don't love it. It's fine. There are ways to use it well. One of the best ways to use it, sort of, though, is, like, equip it early and then equip something else onto that unit as you go into Relentless after popping its ability. I don't like doing that. I don't like having to ensure that I have an equipment in my hand on the right turn, especially when it just doesn't matter and I can just win Relentless without using Geared Gauntlet. Like, obviously that's simplifying it a tiny bit, but for the most part, I don't need to use it. Okay, we're gonna get rid of one of you guys, even though you have done good work for us. Very late for Martyr Signet, I'll still take it, and Jack Strips is not bad for me. Well, it's kind of a waste to take that, but that's okay. I actually probably shouldn't have bothered, but mostly it's not gonna matter. And then we'll make another of you, I think. Yes, this should be correct. And yes, I could have gotten rid of stuff. I actually probably should have. Whatever. I'm a little distracted. Thanks to the cat. Okay, so it should be you, you. Yeah, that's right. I was pretty sure the reason that we had gotten rid of him was so that we would for sure have enough capacity, and then for some reason I talked myself out of that being the case. No, I was correct the first time. And yes, maybe I should have one of the dualism ones up front. I don't know. Here we are. This is fine. Sorry, Crucible Steward, but it's time to abandon you, my buddy. Okay. Sure, you can have that one. And then I suppose I don't actually need to play these out. And you are losing a bit of health here, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. It does make the Shield of Blade weaker, but the amount that is weaker is a lot less than I care about. Also, you're annoying. Unfortunately. Maybe I didn't want to play the full throttle, actually. Also, you surprised me not putting Penance in on boss. So, the Blood Suit doesn't do that much damage. Like, it's 30 every time they shift. And so that's something like across the next 7 turns or whatever, 8 turns, whatever. Let's say 8 turns, that would have been 240 damage. Just equipping it on this floor gives me 8 Valor to the front and then 16 Valor to all the rest of these, which is generally going to be a lot more than 240 damage. And also helps with my defense, which is the major situation here. It just ends up not really being helpful to me. And therefore just not necessary. Honestly, I was not expecting that to draw the card for Wing Steel before I was able to choose my smelt target. Like, anyways, yeah, it would have been some damage on the boss, but it is not that important. Also, I remembered why I wasn't equipping those this turn, which is that I didn't want to miss out on the equip trigger, or the Artificer trigger, because I was silenced. Oh well. I forgot as I was talking about other things, and now I'm a little sad, but that's okay. Alas. But anyways, the main point is just that over the course of the fight, it just isn't going to matter enough for me to care. Okay, so now that you have armor, it is actually useful to do that. Oh yeah, I can do the metallurgy, I guess. It doesn't matter how strong their attacks are now, we can only lose at most 15. And as long as I have enough Valor to help with that, we're in good shape. I'm sorry, my steward. And fuck you. Well, at least put you up front. Even though it's not totally going to solve my problems. Alright, we're almost done with the battle. I do hate these guys. And the unending grief they give me. But whatever. Turns out, getting a bunch of burst on your dudes is pretty good. I sadly cannot play that. Either way, here we go. I'm surprised they didn't make Full Throttle consume. I mean, it's a good card. It does cost 3, and it is sort of weaker than some other things. I mean, like, the closest comparable card, thanks for the raid, by the way, Ashaka, is Minds of Their Own, which is also not a consume card. Like, Full Throttle would still be okay as a consume card. It would be dramatically less appealing, at least if it were to remain at 3 cost. I think it's a good and fine card as is. Especially because being 3 cost, it is an appealing target for the -2 in consume, which ends up giving it the consume you're talking about anyways. But yeah, the card I think that is closest to deserving consume in the clan is probably, other than Car Collapse, which just got consume, and there's arguments for doing it either way. Like, there are some benefits to having it consume, in that, like, if you're only just trying to, like, sweep a floor and then not replenishing the capacity or whatever, then you kind of want it to consume. If you are replenishing capacity, or if you're trying to use it on multiple floors, then you don't. But I think most people are using it just for the, like, sweep a whole floor for a very low cost. In which case, Consume is more or less actually a buff. Also, it went down to 0 cost, weirdly. But anyways, the one that's probably closest to a consume spell would be Magnetic Relay. It's probably fine now that it is no longer champion targeting, but even then, it's still a strong card. And I would not be totally surprised if it became a consume card at some point. Just because, like, champions weren't the only use case for it. Not by a long shot. So, who knows? I think I want to set up on mid-floor, so I'm taking less damage turn 1. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'll just set up on bottom floor. That's fine. So you there. And then you fine folks go there. I didn't end up powering up my Pyre all that much with Fused Pyre Shard. If we had, we would speed up Dominion. That would be nice, but alas, I didn't do a whole ton of that. Okay, so we have to play you first, because we need you to end up in front. Let's eat the Metallurgy, I guess. And then I think we're just going to play out the remaining cards. And by that, I mean the remaining equipment, rather than doing the full throttle. I think that's just more helpful for us. And, like, we'll be playing at the full throttle plenty from here on out. Like, I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, we'll play this here, even though technically we get some value by doing it on top floor. May as well forge that. Sure, enjoy. And there we go. Again, the one who's in front does have the least Valor, but that's okay. We're still generating more than enough to just block everything every turn, and she does have Reanimate 3. And yes, we're putting the Blood Suit on the one enemy who's never going to move ever. Great, love being sapped. We'll challenge you. Honestly, kind of forget that that's an option. Alright, take some damage from the sweep dudes, but not a big deal. Especially since we've just been feeding HP to our units the whole game. If only I could full throttle the Pyre. Alas. It is so weird that you draw the card before choosing what to smelt. That seems incorrect. Alright, well, entropy's down. Sure, we'll play that again. Honestly, I'm just going to use you to block there for a turn. And we will wait for the Dominion like the cat waits for its food. Yeah, so gonna do that, and that, and that, which should draw the challenge again, which then means we get the kill. Which is why we blocked with Talos last turn, so that we can save ourselves a little bit of score. Unfortunately, we can't armor the Pyre with that. Alas, that's okay. Here we go. Ta-da! Another victory acquired, and this time we did not abandon our champion to do it. Oh, boy, oh. Boy, do I love waiting for Dominion. truly fascinating, compelling gameplay. But there we go. So many crowns completed. So many left to do. I mean, we're making solid progress. I've done most of the ones on this page, or at least half. I think it's a little over half. And then we've done a chunk of these ones. Still a lot to go, but, you know, we're making progress. Anyways, I'd like to keep playing, but I should stop there. I have other things I should do. So, I am, in fact, going to go do those other things. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll play more Monster Train. It'll be a grand old time. And, yeah, that's the game plan. Maybe I will do Soul Saver tomorrow. I just want to do all the crowns, though. Just want to do the crowns. But I do want to play more Soul Savior. I know I keep saying it and then not doing it, but eventually we'll do more. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening, my friends. I will see you tomorrow. We'll have a wonderful evening then as well.